So today I want to talk about one of, if not the most important part of the early growth of not only an app, not only a product, but really any type of movement. And I'm actually going to link to a video, which is an awesome explanation of this in about 3 minutes. He describes pretty much every movement that's ever been created, but a simplification of it is the idea that the first adopters, the early adopters of your movement, of your product, of your app, are incredibly important. These are the people who take the risk when things are not fully fleshed out yet, when you're still figuring things out, you're still fine-tuning things, but they're so connected either to you or to your mission, or to the potential of what you're actually bringing, that they're willing to take that risk and actually give it a shot. And so it's incredibly important to, first off, find these people. They can be your friends, they can be your peer group, they can be like-minded people online. The internet has obviously expanded those possibilities. But you want to find these people, and you really want to nurture them. You want to understand what attracts them to your movement, what makes them interested, what's that connection, why do they care? And once you find that, you'll often find that there are a lot of other people that, even if they haven't connected to it on that level yet, will find the same things interesting, will connect to those same things. And it's about making those things more accessible, whether it's in your product or in your music, or in your YouTube videos. Find what makes those early adopters really enjoy it, and kind of, double down on those. When it comes to your first adopters, again, those are the people who are also going to be spreading, spreading the word to begin with. I talked about how we're going from 10 to 100 to 1,000 people. It all begins with the early adopters. First of all, finding them, then understanding them, and then taking the feedback that they give to improve the product, to improve the messaging, to improve how you describe, that movement. Early adopters, like I said, I'll link to that video, and definitely recommend checking it out. It's a quick 3-minute video, but definitely worth it. Changed my view on really how to start movements. So what did I do this week? First off, I finished up the forgot password flow. Now if users forget their password, you can, reset it, get an email, and follow that, and reset your password just in case anybody gets locked out. Unlikely to be highly used in the beginning, but quick thing that I was able to set up. Most of the other work I did was other types of visual refinements, mostly working on things like the thumbnails, general layout, spacing. I spent a lot of time, like I said, just touching up those things so that these early users really like it. They're not thrown off by something being, misplaced or looking out of place. I'll continue these over the next few weeks, but most of the work is underway. So what am I going to work on this week? The first thing is video player leaks. What that means is when you start a video player in your app, unless you explicitly stop or pause that video player, it will continue playing in the background, which is incredibly frustrating, not only for the user, but also for the developer, myself, to actually figure out where those cases are, find those, and then figure out a way to actually pause the player in those instances. And so I want to find all those instances, make sure we're actually pausing the players when it needs to, and then also restarting the players or unpausing them once the user goes back to that page or goes back to that player. Next thing is going to be the sign-up flow, just refining that, making it as simple, easy as possible, making sure the error messages are right. So if somebody's username is taken, for example, that error message shows up appropriately. Yeah, want to make sure when people are first signing up, they have a great experience with that. I'll leave one wild card as always. Yeah. Like, subscribe, comment as always. I'll fill you guys in next week.